We're on our way over to Gravelpit.
Yeah, and
Gravelpit.
again, AD doing a really good job right there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm just wondering, how did they got seeded 5th? You know, sometimes when you don't have enough information about these teams,
yeah,
you know, it can be tough. But like, wow, they're really showing them that they are the best team at this LAN.
Yeah. Right.
Why did you switch the map?
All right. No problem.
No problem. Just remember for next time.
Oh snap! AD talking pretty confident, but you know they were looking really strong on Steel. Steel's an interesting map. I mean, there's so much capping going on, so much madness that teams can look pretty close, even though one may be a lot stronger. But AD was looking really good, and Gravelpit definitely a map where tactics are so important. We saw a little bit of Gravelpit earlier with the sixes going on, and people were talking about that. You know, a little bit of an unusual, unconventional choice.
Yeah.
But I love me some Gravelpit.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. So
Gravelpit, a great one.
You know. I always like Gravelpit maps. Like they might not always. Oh.
Yeah. Admirable. Shout out to Admirable.
Gonna get some beer.
Yeah, he's got some great traits.
Yeah, you basically you what do you call that?
I don't know, the handoff.
Yeah, you just put out your hand and yell beer, and beer should arrive.
You know, I think it was. Cheers, man. I think it was Beta was saying that you know, and we're talking about this situation. You know, that he felt a little guilty sometimes of being the caster, being the face, being the personality, and people saying, oh, you know, Beta, you're doing such a great job. And he's like, you do realize that I have like 20 people helping me out. You know, I could not be doing this without the other people, and I couldn't be doing this without Admirable, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, I want to give one really big shout out to Skyride. Skyride, this entire tournament has been doing so much work. At one point, we just got, the light just turned off, so everyone got a bit of a cheer going on right there. But basically, yeah, Skyride has been doing so much work. At one point, Shark was saying, I don't realize how you looked without a chair, you know, strapped to your seat.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Salamancer as well, just holding everything down. I mean, he's been fantastic in the lead up to this LAN, during this LAN, and even too, I just saw him walk by with boxes for our rental computers that we have to pack up.
Oh yeah.
And so much stuff to do. You know, some of us are leaving pretty quickly here, and I got pulled into casting Highlander, and very pleased about that fact. But you know, time is running short.
Pretty much, yeah. It's so sad to realize this LAN is already coming to an end. You know, we still got tomorrow, we still got a little bit more time, but after that, it's all over, and a little bit of small tear.
Yeah, small tear. No, for sure. Start looking forward to I-49. Yow.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be good. Hopefully we can get some more American teams over. This time, only one.
In the finals? Yeah, I guess if we've only brought one American team, then we would have been a bit more, well, not guaranteed, because obviously they still have to earn their place in the grand finals, but no chance of the American shutout.
Yeah, but you know what, to be honest, they deserve to win. They really played fantastically this entire tournament. They did deserve, both teams deserve to be in the finals. And the match they played on the final stage showed them why these two teams are like so close and how good they are.
Yeah.
It was, oh man.
And I think all of it was really exciting. I mean, the European teams were very strong. You know, I don't know, call them excuses, call them reasonings, whatever. That they weren't as strong as maybe they could have been. But you know, looking at that LG mix-up, and then also looking at those Epsilon LG games and the different maps that they played. You know, maps, the time of the day, the position of the moon, you know, like all these different things, just unaccountable changes, and that's why you play the game. You never know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
And we had the first match between LG and Mix-Up pretty dominating, but on that stage at grand finals, a whole nother scenario, and they put on a fantastic match for us tonight in the finals. And wow, the atmosphere was electric, and that was such a great time.
Yeah, I'm really hoping like the European teams are going like, whoa, we're really gonna step up our game now, and like, you know, get something good going on for the future.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about how some of these rosters might juggle after this event. And I think the important thing though is that, you know, if they're going to juggle their rosters and their goal is to try and beat the Americans at this potential I-49 event, they're gonna have to stay together until I-49. I mean, when you talk to Leviathan Gaming, all the interviews that we've done with Leviathan Gaming, one of the things that they point to as the reason for their strength is their solidity, like how long that they've been together as a team. I mean, obviously they have some really skilled players, and they've picked up some players that have only been with them for a couple seasons now, but players that are very strong. But the core of that team, how that team operates, Mackie, Tyrone, Banny, those guys have been playing together for so long. I mean, Shade's been a part of that team for a long time, and then at this point, Clockwork and Sizer have been with the team for 3 seasons. I mean, that's like a full year where these guys have been working on their strats, getting to know each other, getting that feeling for each other, and very strong. Yeah. And people accuse Classic Mix-Up of being a super team, you know, that was formed just picking an all-star, you know, roster. And it is an all-star roster in terms of talent, but so many of these players, I wrote a little blog post about it on xtelevision.com. So many of these players have actually played together a lot. You look back at, actually almost, I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but if you look at all the other LAN teams that won ESEA, besides Leviathan Gaming, they had 2 or 3 of those Classic Mix-Up players on the current roster, on that roster. So these players have a lot of history playing with each other, and that chemistry is so important. So, you know, for the European teams, if they're going to juggle their roster, they gotta stick together until I-49, and that's how they're going to be able to compete. You know, bring the heat, bring the practice. And I joked to somebody else as well that, you know, maybe tomorrow we're going to see 6 brand new MGE servers go up in the Eurozone.
Might be. But you know what? I just want to see some motivation, to be honest. Like, that's the big thing. Like, I want to see these players, like, wanting to play, wanting to win, wanting to improve, wanting to become the best team, and, like, really, really work on it. Like, before the event, I was talking to Darren, and he was, like, joking about, like, oh, man, this Pure guy, like, he wanted to get some demos of, you know, them playing against Epsilon to, like, you know, learn about the strats. And Darwin was just going like, oh man, that, you know, he cares too much about the game. And he's like, no, man, he just wants to win. He wants to be the best, like no one ever was.
Yeah.
I mean, he just wants to catch them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about, and that's what's interesting too. You know, for this XTV documentary that we're shooting here this weekend, and conversations with these players, and generally, you know, we're trying to get some interesting sound bites, and you know, talking to these guys and asking. I ask them, you know, what do you get out of esports? What do you like about esports? And most of them are like the competition. You know, that's what they love. They love being in this competitive environment, and TF2 is a great game where there's all these factors, all these variabilities that you have to look at and you have to tie down in order to be the best. And you know, that's, I think in some ways too, what we were talking about with the Europeans is that maybe for a while that they haven't had the good competition, you know, good reasons to fight. And I think that's true. I mean, certainly in the last 2 months, you know, what's been going on with the North Americans and what's been going on in the European scene, North American scene, a little bit more busy. But anyway, setup time just about finished up. It looks like we did have some stuff set up on A, and actually that's where a lot of the team is.
What? There's no one on B. No one on B. Basically, what needs to happen is, double kill there from Demoman on the sticky doors. Not saying anything you want to see happen. But basically, what needs to happen is they need to realize they're doing the A defense. Then they need to back out and go to B.
Yeah.
And just cap B.
I think that looks what they're doing. The demo man kind of came back over there, but then he rotated. And this is interesting. You know what? I seen a decent level of Highlander on Gravelpit, but not a whole lot. And wow, just abandoning B is an interesting twist.
Look, abandoning B in any matchup against any team, like on any game mode, is interesting because basically what happens, like the B side is much better defendable because basically everything's on the low ground. You can back off to the high ground, do your defense from there. You got a lot of room to walk around, jump up. On A, basically it's all a big slope. So you're basically constantly like. And not only that, like your exits are locked off, right?
Yeah.
If they come from C, you have nowhere to escape.
Turn to the right. Look down.
Oh,
look
no!
down.
Oh!
Stabs his, I don't know if it's a social clan, but con on con crime. As Sammy with a great backstab on Trent. And, I mean, we're talking about this A point. The slope can be kind of helpful, but, you got to have your... you got to have your teleporter up. It's so much further away. And down from the lower tunnel, Permzilla comes in, takes out the sentry gun, but then goes down. Now some pressure coming in here.
Yeah, that was some really nice teamwork there from the scout. And Demoman, the scout just put his bonk up, ran around in circles while the sentry was attacking him. Demoman came in and just, launching pipes up against the sentry, took it down. And now a replacement sentry is getting taken out as well. But it seems like Did I Finish is going to have to take it a little bit easier, fall back a tiny bit. But AD is building that Uber back up. Same goes for Did I Finish. And they're just building it both slowly.
And there goes Bones' dispenser, which is definitely going to hurt his efforts to keep an effective sentry up. A heavy is out. The axe extinguisher goes for him. No. Goes down. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
sorry, he killed somebody else.
Flare gun did manage to take the heavy down in the end. Medic was actually almost going way too aggressive. Actually, the medic is at 70 health, being chased by the Demo Man. He's doing some nice dodging right there, and actually, Demo Man got taken down right there by Max. Was that a headshot? .co.uk.
Yeah, and underneath the A point where that health pack is, that's where the teleporter was. Red Heavy took it and then just got axe extinguished down.
And now Max getting another headshot onto the spy right there. So keep following him for a tiny bit.
And Red is coming in here. It's about a 4-on-4 fight. Max goes down, and now the Demo Man. There's the Uber pop actually from both sides. That's going to slow down the capture. And Red coming in to defend A here, doing a good job of it. Trying to shotgun down the Pyro. And now more of a fight. Abomination goes down. So does Trent. So the red Demo Man here alone. Scout right on top of his face. And there he goes. Permzilla gets the pipe. And pretty much Permzilla is just going to cut off the A point. And that's one of the problems here. If you're from spawn for the defending team, you have to go through this choke. And there we go. TPM taken out by a sticky. You can't walk through B and then come and attack, defend A through that lower B tunnel. It's only just way too far away.
You only have one entrance, not two like on B side, and that is indeed the big difference between A and B. And that's really what makes it. Once you come through C or when you come from below, you sort of cut off all reinforcements. You can't come in anymore, and then every kill you make is a really, really critical kill.
Yeah.
4 minutes and 8 seconds is a very, very good time. On sixes, it's an extremely good time on Highlander.
Yeah. For taking the first 2 points, 408, a great time. And I think that A defense was definitely a mistake. It's put them in a tough spot. Now they have to defend C. We'll see how C goes. But Did I Finish? I wasn't so sure on their chances based off the performance of Steel. But AD has definitely opened the door for him.
Yep. And, AD... still going to be able to get down a reasonably good C defense up. They do have a very nice Uber advantage, but if the sniper can get a headshot off onto Trent, the advantage is going to be for nothing. They also got to watch out for spies. Any sort of, all those classes are so dangerous on Highlander.
Wow. Blue Soldier was hiding on the tower at the base level, then decides, you know what, I'm not really going to be able to do anything here by myself. I'm going to jump out. Good play by TPM, chasing down Permzilla. So some good frags on both sides of the tables. And the red spy spotted out, and taken down by TheSucker.
And we just had TPM running around, take down the heavy over there. And let's see, without a heavy, you can't really do any pushes in Highlander. You really need your heavy, Demo Man, and medic. Like those are your 3 key players. Other players you can lose, but without any of those 3, you can't do anything. So just getting that heavy back up so they can start and initiate their push.
Yeah, blue spy spotted out, seen by TurboTabs. It's a good play there, making sure to kill. Here comes the Bonk Scout, and then following that up is going to be the Demo Man in the heavy. Sentry's trying to be repaired by Bones, but Bones and the Sentry taken out. This is a great push so far, but now the red Uber, so Blue's probably going to have to back up a little bit just to make sure that they're staying safe. Blue Sentry that was put on the shack gets sapped down, and actually, a lot down for red.
Yeah, but actually this is going very, very good for Did I Finish, getting a lot of kills down. Pretty much everyone's down, just the spy down right now. Can the spy do anything? No, I don't think he can.
No.
He's going to try and run up, but with 5 players on the point.
Fantastic headshot by Mind on Beach. Basically, it was the Demo Man and the Medic up top. Beach, the Demo Man, taken out with a headshot, and then it was the Medic, and the Medic's like, and Sammy just revolvers him down. That was it for that round. So 6:30, definitely a very nice time. And look at the red team heading to B. To B.
Yep, and a lot of players suiciding right now. That's of course to get some extra metal to that engineer so he can build up his sentry, his teleporter, and his dispenser without having to look around for metal. There's still the scattering gun right there and still the sniper rifle, so he has no problem.
A similar spot to the sentry gun as we saw in the Sixes games, but something a little bit different is that the direction that it's pointed. Usually this sentry gun in a Sixes game is used to protect that right-hand side, but this now pointed towards the left, and obviously the Wrangler is allowed in this Highlander. Is there any bans in this?
This is what it's for. This is what it's for. Look. Teleporter in, teleporter out. It doesn't matter where it's pointed at because they want to basically just get that level 3 up and get the teleporter up, and they're just going to carry it upstairs and have a level 3 sentry on top.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I noticed him place the. I thought that was an exit actually that he placed because that is kind of the standard tactic there. I didn't realize it was an entrance. So that is very smart. Did you do a Wrangler jump up there to drop the exit?
Yeah. Okay, Wrangler jump. And that's actually a really, really fast setup. Now the medic is going to be on top, which means it's going to be much safer from bomb ends.
Wow, yeah. This is a really good strat. The way that, like I mentioned, I felt that like AD almost gave that last round to Did I Finish. But this is a really good setup right now.
Yeah. And we actually sometimes, not often at all, but sometimes we do actually see something like that in Sixes, because if you put down a dispenser on just the right spot, you can actually jump on the roof.
Right.
So you can put down the teleporter. You can put down a teleporter on the roof, and then you can go upstairs. So it is actually possible to get a sentry on top. I've seen it happen once.
Yeah, and Beach gets killed by TheSucker, so the Demo Man down. A lot down, actually. Only 4 up. And the sniper in the tunnel is taken out. Nice sticky bombs by Permzilla. And this clock's going to be ticking. And, in that Sixes match earlier today, we saw the double engineer strat.
Yeah.
And what was key about that, with Mix-Up trying to push in against LG and banging their head against the wall, is you got to get in there and you got to take out those sentry guns in the engineer.
Yeah.
You can basically, it wouldn't really be a fail push, but, you're not going to capture the point. But if you can just get in there, kill the engineers, kill the sentry guns, that's such a huge push. And basically, blue team, before they can even capture B, they just need to get in there, kill those teleporters, kill that sentry gun, kill that dispenser, and stop TheSucker from being able to reset up on that roof.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at it right now. Basically, they need to get a sniper down to C or something like that to actually get a headshot onto Rinta. Wow. And Rinta's just extremely safe up there. You can't really get backstabbed without someone first taking a teleporter.
And it's gonna be really tough for them to get a sniper out there because the Mind is sniping like a boss. They do have this is interesting, Pyro and a mini sentry engineer on the point because there's actually not much pressure on the point itself. But there we go, Permzilla lobbing some pipes in, gets the point cleared off.
Yeah, and now we have the Uber going down. Sentry will get taken down. Engineer almost go down as well. But the counter Uber on the Pyro actually does a lot of damage. Actually, AD is not looking very good at all. 3 minutes and 29 seconds means they only got 1, 2, maybe 3 more pushes that can actually fail. But after that, they really, really need to get it going. They really need to get the point capped and go to C.
Yeah, and Abomination was spamming some rockets at this engineer setup and hit the dispenser twice, saw the level 1 sentry, and then switched to level 1 sentry. But you know what? With that dispenser having been there since setup time, it's got so much metal that it's just going to be really easy for him to rebuild. If he had actually taken out the dispenser, then he would have been out of metal, maybe upgrade it to a level 2, but you can't do anything more without having to drop it down, come back up.
Yeah.
There's not actually a whole lot of metal around this point either.
Yep, I definitely agree with that. Sometimes teleporters or dispensers are much more important. Basically, if he didn't have enough metal to make a new dispenser, he would have to like drop down, put down a dispenser, put down a level 3 sentry, and then jump back up before doing anything else.
Yeah, and now Blue coming in again. They have a Kritzkrieg is what they're running, but they're like 20% away from an actual charge. Somebody is on the point, the engineer, that is Bones, building a dispenser. I don't know if he's going to blow that up when somebody comes around the corner, or if he's just trying to... I don't quite know.
They're playing with fire. They're playing with fire right now. Look at that. Demoman is coming in right there. Uber is being popped. And Uber versus crits. And even if you don't have a crit, is going to win. And this is just massacre right there. Funkadelic just coming in and just destroying everyone. Just
poor Bones.
Taking him apart.
He was hiding behind his dispenser, being like, maybe they won't see me. But, you know, Uber Heavy just going to mow that down and roll right through that.
And let's see if the... maybe the spike can do something. Maybe can get a nice sneaky backstab out of there. But it's just looking really, really bad. This is pretty much one more push. One more push they can do, and this is not one that can fail. They need to go for the B push, get that done, and instantly go for C as well.
No, I was pretty sure when I saw the time that Did I Finish put up, and then this very strong B defense, I knew that they had this set on lockdown. And it'll be really interesting to see. I mean, I don't know if AD can adjust their tactics. We'll have to see what the offensive push from Did I Finish will be for this. Actually, no. AD is going to have to play offense again if they stick to the A-B-B-A style that most people do.
So, do you think we're going to see the exact same play style from Did I Finish? Again, before they go for the sentry on top?
You know, one of my favorite sayings is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, I don't see why they should change this B defense. The sentry up top, the medic up top, controlling the roof is so important on this Gravelpit map, and they're doing a great job of it with that teleporter sentry dispenser that they had up there. It's been cleared off now, but at this point, you know, 20 seconds, there's no way they can do it.
Yep. And... you know what, that should have happened a long time ago to make it any difference. Now 10 seconds remaining, the first round is going to go to Did I Finish. So let's see if how the second defense is going to go from Did I Finish, if AD can do something about it.
If AD does the same defense, or sorry, if Did I Finish does the same defense, AD has to very strongly focus on clearing out that engineer nest. Right. Something we didn't talk about in the Sixes game. But, you know, what happens in the United States, you know, the double engineer strategy has kind of fallen out of favor in some ways. And one of the reasons why it has, and I do believe we still allow 2 engineers. I'm not 100% on that. No, we don't? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Platinum. But also, I mean, if you're in the United States playing with our weapon bans, you whip out the direct hit.
Yeah.
And that's something that Mix-Up could not do in this match today. So we had double engineers. You got to take out those sentry guns, and the direct hit is a killer for taking out sentry guns.
Yeah.
Somebody, I said something about the direct hit to somebody about Gravelpit, and they're like, "Oh, well, you know, why would you ever use that?" It's like sentry gun killer. It does a lot of damage, and
yeah. For sure. To be honest, if I could use the direct hit, I always use a direct hit. Yeah. It's just so easy to make air shots with it.
Yeah. Plus, it gets you those crits. I mean, if you can hit the shots, it's worth it. It's as simple as that. Yeah, but the splash damage is...
It's just much easier to make an air shot with it because it's like so much faster. So it's like, oh, you're going there. Oh, well, got you already. Plus, you get extra damage. It's like double bonus.
Yeah. And look, it sounds like some of the players are taking a bit of a break right now, so we do have some time to talk about items. I actually, you know, I like playing Soldier. Soldier's one of my favorite classes, but I kind of have problems playing Soldier in Highlander. It's a different style. And when I play soldier on Highlander, I actually like using the Liberty launcher.
Oh.
Because it allows me to get in, stay in that spammy role where I just kind of stand back, I just lob damage out. And snipers, snipers are such a problem. You're always playing against snipers, so that.
Well,
somebody's shouting out sniper. I don't quite know who that was, but shout out to snipers. But Liberty launcher definitely helpful dealing with snipers.
I play a different role. When I play soldier in Highlander, I just go for the extreme roamer role. I don't ever see the medic. I just jump around and I just jump on the medic in every single way possible, wherever I can, whenever I can, however I can.
Yeah, and that's what's fun about Highlander having one of each class. There's so many different ways that you can play a class. Either your positioning, how you play with your team, what items you're using. We've seen that Machina by the sniper. We haven't seen too many of the other unusual items. We've seen some Sandman, Frontier Justice, a little bit of Gunslinger, which I love. Of course, the Wrangler. But there's just so many possibilities. And, where do you put that class? What are you doing with your team? What's the composition? And it's a little bit harder to coordinate with 9 players, but at the same time, it also creates more strategical options.
Well, something that's especially interesting with Highlander, one of the unique things about it is, if you drop one player, that's nothing, right? To make a push, you can't make a push off one player advantage.
Yeah.
Because there's still 8 more left. You can't, it's not gonna make a big difference unless it's like a medic or if it's like a heavy. But even then, you want to get 2-3 players that.
Yeah,
and really make a push.
I will say this for newer Highlander players that are listening. Something that's also interesting is the numbers kind of lie sometimes in Highlander. If you're in 6s and you just look at the scoreboard and you're like, we have 4, they have 3, we're good to go. Yeah. But sometimes in Highlander you look at it and you're like, wow, we have 6 and they have 6. But really, sometimes it's like, well, you have 6 and you're all attacking. You're all right there. They have 6, but 3 of them just respawned. 3 of them just came back. They really only have 3 players on the point. They only have 3 players right there. So you have to have this awareness of where the numbers actually are. If it's 6 on 6, but 3 players just spawned, get in there with your 6, kill those 3 players. Maybe 3 more players will respawn, but then it's 6 on 6 again, but you have the point. So that's something that's very important to pay attention to.
To be honest, what's even more important than that is which 6 players do you have?
Yes, yeah.
Because if you have, a Demoman soldier, heavy medic, against scout, pyro, sniper, engineer, you're gonna be an advantage.
Yeah, and 6s, taking out the Demoman, taking out the medic are the most important things. And Highlander, it's the medic, but it's also the heavy, and of course also the Demoman. I mean, those are the 3 strongest classes. And then you have the other fraggers, the scout, the soldier, and then it also depends. Do they have a batshit crazy pyro? Do they have a crazy spy? And those are really important. Yeah, like, is the engineer going to come up on you with a Frontier Justice? It depends on who you're playing against. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good. This is the wire play admin.
Which one is? Sorry.
This bones.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's
He's got the 0.
Difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So of course I want to give a big shout out to Bones the Movie Maker.
Yeah.
And wire play admin.
They're both playing whoever it is, they're playing great.
We have a theory going on that if they ever meet, they will sort of collapse together and merge and become one.
Yeah, there was somebody here who saw me and he was like, eXtine, you gotta get a picture with my mate. He looks exactly like you. And the guy kind of didn't believe it. He's like, I don't look like that, dude. And I was like, well, you look a little rougher, but you look like me without sideburns, smoking, a little bit less shaven, and a pierced eyebrow. And a little shorter, but he looked like me. So it was a good picture opportunity.
And actually, look at every single player except for the medic and engineer just suicided to give metal out. Wow, that's dedication. That is dedication.
Yeah, well, this is a serious setup, but it's definitely. I mean, engineer's so important. I was actually watching the 6s guys, and I was kind of for a second nerding out. I was like,
he shouldn't hit it when he only has 16 ammo, because if he gets the 40 ammo box, then he's saving a swing because then he gets the full 50.
You know, I mean, but engineer
Yeah,
rollout is so important. All the small things, it makes a very big difference.
And now we have them one jumping over, trying to get some things going off. Nope, won't happen. Sentry and Soldier will pick him off.
Hey, at least they tried, though. I mean, we talked about it in between the break that they gotta take care of that engineer setup, and that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to jump in here, trying to take care of what was going on. Oh no, I got this Carlsberg topping it off.
And anyway, you know, something that is interesting in 66, you very, very rarely, but sometimes you see like a spy coming out. Like, trying to get some intel, trying to get some stabbing off. At the moment, you know, that's not something you see. I mean, because you always have spies.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. We're talking about spies, so I'm sorry to interrupt you, but AD Blue.Eagle versus Con Sammy, they were like outside of the spawn, and Sammy was trying to say, duel? Whips out the knife, just looking at each other, and then gets revolvered down. So no honor for AD. But you know, this is a serious mode match. You know,
it makes me think of back to the Counter-Strike days, man. When you take out the knife, you better knife back, because there's no honor in a gunfight.
Yeah. I saw a meme Reddit post about this. TurboTabs right now has got that spy hunting him down, but you know, Pyro runs a little bit faster, so better keep running, TurboTabs.
Almost gets the backside off, but the Pyro actually just managed to run out of there. And actually, nice flare gun there onto Sammy, takes down the spy. You know, of course, you know, you don't want to mess with Pyros as a spy. Too dangerous, man. Too dangerous.
Yeah. Right now, Did I Finish has the upper hand in this match. They won the first set. If they win the second set, we're going to go to a third map, which will be Payload Barn Blitz. Right now, good aggression. Oh, it knocks the medic. Rinta off the roof. Of course, she could just take that teleporter right back up there. They're trying to kill that teleporter out, and somebody must have been listening to the cast, because they heard, you got to deal with this engineer. You got to get him off the roof. You got to clear him out, and they're doing a really good job of focusing that right now.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job, but they still have that heavy on top. Funkadelic doing so much damage. They do still have a few players running around. Demo Man has just a lot of stickies on the point if the heavy were to ever jump down. And I don't think Funkadelic really has a choice.
Yeah, using that dispenser really effectively to make sure that he's staying alive and healthy. Oh, as I say that, you know,
takes down Abomination. But they do cap it indeed, and that's not something that's really good. But actually, the teleporter is still up.
Oh, and the spy is right there, right in the face of the medic, but not able to do anything. This is a much, much better attack by AD. And
2 minutes 55 to get A and B. That's great. That's really, really good.
It was 4:03 for Did I Finish last set, so see how this goes.
Now, they will be going through the left-hand exit. No, it seems like they're going to be switching through the right-hand exit. They do have about equal burst. It's about 80%. But it is crits. Is it? Yeah, it is crits for AD. So if they can get that crit sticky off onto Rinta, she will go down, and she might even drop an Uber. And there we go. Oh, no, not even activated, not activated. Go in. Does pop that Uber. Nice Uber pop there from her. And they are going to just back off. Heavy does get critted, does take down 2 players. But they will need to back off. Trent does get taken out by headshot from Mind actually making a beautiful kill right there. TheSucker, Trane, Funkadelic, and Rinta are the only players up. Trane gets taken out as well. Just TheSucker doing a lot of good stuff. And if anyone can manage to get to the point, they will be able to get some time off. Now the soldier has respawned. He's going to be jumping up very, very soon. And let's see if a reflect can go off. The Pyro is still capping. The demo man jumps up the wall. They'll get taken out by Funkadelic. And now so many players. I think the defense is going to succeed there from Did I Finish. Yeah, just barely.
It was a noble attempt by TurboTabs. Who got up there, he walked up there, and then he was like, oh, there's a heavy, well, I'm going to throw you off the tower. Oh, then there's a medic, I'm gonna throw you off the tower. The soldier came up there, he's like, I'm going to just reflect your rockets and throw you off the tower. But he didn't really have any support, so it was a noble attempt. And I like that crits Krieg, because, I mean, Uber versus crits, we know that's a losing battle. she can only Uber so many people at a time. And when you crits the heavy, the damage drop off for over distance disappears. So
actually, look at it. There's the crits coming in again.
Wow.
This time forcing Uber again, but now Trent going down very, very early. Uber is still up. Bleach being very, very weak, and it's just going much worse this time than last time. And they went through the exact same entrance.
Yeah.
And they, the demo man just spotted them and was like, hey, I'm going to throw some pipes in your face. You're not going to be able to do anything. So I think they should just go through A and try and crits from there.
Yeah, they actually switched to the medigun. And that's the thing is they were using crits, but because Trent went down and he was sniped, by the time he respawned and he had crits, it was crits versus Uber again. And it's not a good battle. You don't want to use crits when they have Uber. Sometimes it can work out, but it's definitely not preferable.
Okay. The way you want to do it is you go in with the crits, you force their Uber, you back out, and then the next push is the one where you kill everyone.
Yeah, exactly. You go right for the medic with that crits, take him out before you can get the Uber charge, and then just go madness. Okay, sorry, I was going to call something and I realized it wasn't that big of a deal. But Blue's still trying to pressure. Yeah, scout backstab.
Poor scouts. It's the worst feeling when you get backstabbed as like a scout or a pyro. Because you're not really supposed to be backstabbed.
Yeah, you're supposed to be faster.
Or a pyro.
Yeah.
Now, looking at the sentry positioning, it's in a very, very good spot with the Wrangler.
Blue Spy is making a play for it right now, by the way.
Yeah, and...
oh, there we go. Just like that. There goes all the... Oh, and then the red medic not alerted to it. Oh, there we go. Rinta backstab down. Almost had a whiff on the backstab, but a second attempt goes through. AD Blue climbing the tower, and Bones is up there. Multiplay admin with his gunslinger. There's another backstab on Trane. Backstab twice. Red Spy trying to climb up, but I think that's going to be it.
Yeah, and this is going to be time. The time is only 6 minutes and 58 seconds, which is actually a really good time for Highlander. That's right, like in the middle. Like anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes is an extremely solid time. Like anything below that is extremely fast. Anything above that is just like, that's a slow time.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard.
And if AD can bring this map back, obviously they'll win this finals. But if DIF gets a really fast attack, then we're going to go to that third map, PL Barn Blitz.
PL Barn Blitz, yeah. I've costed that map last night. I was in the Crits Cost clan box. They were playing against a different clan in the same clan box. On the map, that's just a crazy map because it's just like there's so many. It's a very weirdly structured map because the first 3 points are quite open.
Yeah.
But then the last point is like such an enclosed area and so hard to push in.
Yeah, very difficult. And there's that large health pack. You got to roll the cart through that choke. Upstairs is pretty good through push through, but it can also kind of be shut down. Barn Blitz, interesting. I enjoyed it when it first came out. Oh, mine starts things off. Sniper versus Sniper Crime. And beats Mags on the fight. And then AD Blue.Eagle gets called out, trying to be cheeky there.
And actually, look at it. Beach is actually trying to get some sticky traps off, but not going to be able to do anything really. The rest of the team is actually pushing towards C. And it seems like they're going to try and do a C push. What do you think about those?
I think that's good. I mean, where the sentry gun's set up right now, it's not on the roof. A C push is strong, and certainly too, with Highlander, since you got more players, you can kind of split up a little bit, and you can do a C push, but then still bring pressure through the long tunnel. And I think right now too, they're kind of just spawn camping. Got a kill on the sniper, and we'll just be able to continue to lock down the sniper and the scout in the C area. Although here's the spy, 80 Blue.Eagle. Great backstab on Permzilla. That's going to open up the spawn just a little bit. With the scout spawning there, should be able to kind of check things around C. And it looks like maybe the blue team is rotated around the other direction.
Oh, almost getting there. A nice backstab there onto the Pyro. The Pyro did turn around in time. Now the soldier gets caught out of position. Permzilla will respawn, but in the meanwhile, the rest of the Finnish players are just, starting up their push right now. And now Uber's getting exchange right here. They have to be very, very careful though, because they did pop later, and if they ever get out of position, if they get caught, that might be enough. But actually, with the Pyro there, they do get a little bit enough damage. Now the Demo Man jumping from the other side, and this just crushed the entire defense Wow,
Yeah.
that was some nice teamwork. And now just the scout and the soldier up. The scout is not going to be able to do anything really. The scout gets taken down. It's just the TurboTabs and Abomination. Abomination running around. We'll try and get that engineer off. We'll get him down. But then gets headshot by Mine. Mine is so good. Playing so solidly.
Yeah, and B definitely in control of Did I Finish. So, I mean, we looking like we're heading towards the third map. I mean, still they're going to have to attack C. Bones focusing on getting his sentry set up. He's walking something. Oh, no, maybe he's just actually setting it up. He hasn't built it yet.
That's an interesting sentry setup.
I like it, especially with the Wrangler. I mean, it's kind of vulnerable right through that direct A tunnel. And it's kind of tough to get to, but if he can get it set up, it's going to be good. They've lost 2 players, Red Team and Beach. That's a big loss.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not a very big fan of the central positioning. I don't think it's going to do anything. See, T-Stick East gets taken down. Now the Uber's coming up. They're going on top. The Pyro will actually manage to take down the medic. Nice extinguisher kill there onto Rinta.
The Vuvuzela from Beta, thank you very much. I don't know which team he's cheering on. Maybe he's just cheering on both of them. And Blue, it looked like a promising attack for a second there, but now we actually have an Uber on Beach. And this attack getting shut down. People going crazy. We actually even had a cheerful just flashed. Headshot. Must be cheering for Mine, because Mine is going absolutely mental.
Pretty crazy, yeah, but for now, the defense is going to be holding solidly for AD. They're doing quite well. And they're just going to hold this on, and they have 3 more minutes to keep this defended.
Yeah, South African, no teams, no players, but we did bring Vuvuzelas, so don't worry.
Yeah, no, I do have to give a shout out to all the South African community. I got some good friends there, awesome people, especially 2 lovely ladies, Lita and Han Schillers. So
yeah, they're just trying to do work, just like the South American TF2 trying to survive, having a little bit of problems lately. DDoS attacks, what's the deal with that? That ain't cool, man.
Oh man, that's just horrible. Man, we've had so many problems in the past. Not anymore, but in the past we did have some horrible DDoS issues. We did have a push coming in right there. Rinta did get taken out right there, as well as Trent. So both medics went down. But it does seem like AD is getting the better end of this, holding on to this. Now the engineer putting down the sentry. Gonna try and run up. No one's actually spotted that sentry. Now he's getting taken down, and now the engineer, TheSucker, does go down as well. And you know what? As an engineer, you only have your own life to drop, not your Uber.
And I want to point out that Con Sammy 0 points right now. That's for this entire set, and that's a little rough. I mean, especially on offense, you need your spy to get out there, do some work, get some frags.
Like even if you don't get any of the major picks, right? Sammy. Aren't you playing?
Oh, curious.
Oh, okay.
Curious.
So we just had Sammy joining the crowd.
Must be why he has 0 points.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Well, apparently taking a 5-minute break. Now we do have the Uber coming upstairs. They're getting some blast and getting quite some damage off, and just climbing the tower. Quite a lot of players are down for AD. Funkadelic getting a lot of kills. Luton getting a lot of kills as well. Now the demo man getting blasted, getting air strafe. I think this is gonna be it for Did I Finish? The demo man is gonna jump up. He's gonna be there in time. And we do have the victory on this map for Did I Finish?
It would be Sammy cheering from the crowd, and that certainly solves that mystery.
Yeah, indeed. Well, apparently, it already finished.
Yeah.
Well, we apparently will be taking a quick 5-minute break. I do also have to go to the bathroom. So.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we take shifts? I'll entertain the crowd while
let's
you're
go
gone.
at the same time. Admirable. Get on here.
Yeah, across the streams. I don't know. That's true. Big quick shout out to Beach for saying there wasn't going to be a third map. Yeah. Barn